Hey everybody. Well, it's Friday afternoon. It's sometime late in October, and many of you should have already had your quarterly goals set up for October, November, and December. And I know some of you, as typical as most chiropractors, don't have these goals ready. And even though you should have, and you know you wanted to have them done, and gee, it's already October 24th or 5th, probably a week before Halloween, and you're sitting there going, gosh, what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? Well, I'm telling you right now that one of the problems that I see in most offices is not planning. And planning for 2010 is going to be really, really important for you, especially the first quarter, because it's coming up very, very fast. Also understand that November and December are big months. You've got Thanksgiving, you've got the 10 days of Christmas, you've got Toys for Tots, you've got all kinds of different nonprofits that you could be dealing with and talking to about volunteering some of your time and giving some of your services to them, donating some services to them as well. But I think more than anything is gearing up is the key, and at least having some kind of goal set, whether they're SMART goals, which are, I think a gentleman by the name of Cohen started the SMART goals, which was specific, measured, attainable, reachable, and timetabled. And I think that what happens commonly is many of us haven't done this. I have. Many of you haven't done this. But I can tell you that you need to know how many new patients you're going to get a month. You need to know how many patient visits you want to see a month. You need to know what your collections ratio is, what your services ratio is, and more than anything, what it's going to look like at the end of the year. This is a great time to be planning and making some great strides for your staff in the terms or in the senses of incentives. Incentives are really, really important for your staff, and I think more than anything, your staff is more willing to work harder and smarter if they're going to be given more during this time of the year. This is the time to give. I think too that as January comes around, what are you doing to start the new year right? What are you doing to sit down with your staff before January, and that's within the next month or so, and really, really talk about the goals that you're going to have. What's your one-year marketing plan look like? What is it that you've got set up in the future for the first quarter of next year, January, February, and March, that's at least 10 weeks out? You know, we're only 10 weeks away from the end of the year. And it's going to come so quickly and so fast that you got to gear up and get ready for it. What does it look like as far as speaking engagements? What does it look like as far as any kind of spinal screenings that you're doing? What does it look like as far as any patient orientations or classes that you're giving inside your office? What about the lunch and learns that you have inside your office on a monthly or bi-monthly basis? What are you doing to stimulate the growth in your practice by going out and doing cross-marketing and cross-referencing with other healthcare providers and other healthcare services? How are you going out and making it happen for your practice? That's the big question I've got for you. All I can say is you really, really need to start looking at creating a really, really good team of marketing masters, people that are going to be in your office, that are talking chiropractic, that are living it, breathing it, eating it, and sleeping it. You need to become more of a patient magnet yourself as far as drawing more people in. And how are you going to do that? You're going to do that sitting home watching Friends? You're going to do that maybe hanging out on and seeing what's for sale on eBay or maybe your Facebook? Probably not. You're going to actually have to do something about that, and that means going out and communicating and talking to others and creating more relationship building with other people. And the only way this happens is by getting out of your shell and believing that you can do it. And the only way you're going to believe that you can do it is to actually put one foot in front of the next and go out and go to a meeting or go to a talk or go somewhere else. I know too that this month we've got John Asraf, who's going to be in San Diego here, and he's going to be speaking on behalf of the California Chiropractic Association. And the California Chiropractic Association is a great group that is down here in San Diego, and if you're a chiropractor and you're looking at this right now and you live in California and you practice in San Diego, you too should be a CCA member. Anyway, we've got this thing going on. It's going to be Wednesday night at the Sheraton Suites down at the Symphony Hall. We'd love to have you there. It's at 7:30. But once again, it's like anything. If you're not showing up and you're not shaking hands and you're not out there really, really with the passion in your heart for chiropractic that you need to have, you probably will listen to this for a few minutes and go, gosh, I don't know if I really want to set goals. I don't know if I'm up for making fourth quarter goals, let alone clear into 2010. I mean, my God, that sounds so long from now. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. The other thing that I would tell you to do as well is to evaluate yourself. What have you done all year? How has it been for you all year in what you've been doing? Because as you evaluate yourself, evaluate your availability to your patients, evaluate your availability to your staff. How many seminars did you go to this last year? What did you do to improve your quality of technique? What did you do to improve your quality of life for your family? Because those are things to look at, and those are some things that you need to evaluate. It is that time of the year. I want you to take it into full consideration and understand that I say this because I care. I'm not saying it to give anybody a bad time. If anything, I want you to rise above, be the best that you can be, succeed in chiropractic in whatever you do, and do the very best that you possibly can. It'll do you the most good for the most amount of people, and really that's what we're here for, and that's what we do. So my advice to you is to go out and do your very best in everything that you do. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you again next Friday.